You know, it's just sad that a 4-year-old is just taken missing, and just, you know, we were looking for her to come up, found some kind of a way, but unfortunately it was just a bad circumstance.
I'm deeply saddened to tell you that our investigation and evidence leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javeayah Harris is deceased. It's the outcome that we all feared, and sadly, it's the outcome that we must face.
What you want to say about the baby?
J-Time, baby.
4-year-old Javeayah Harris was reported missing by her mother on June 30th. The report of a missing 4-year-old had everyone in the Aiken County Police Force putting together all of their resources to find this missing girl. But all of that changed on July 4th, nearly 4 days later, when it was announced by Aiken County Sheriff Marty Sawyer that it is their belief that poor little Javeayah is deceased, and that they will be charging her parents, 22-year-old Michelle Herring and 23-year-old Javeayah Harris, with homicide by child abuse and filing a false police report with possible additional charges following as the investigation continued. Now, on July 5th, 1 day later, Michelle Herring and Javeayah Harris were in court where they both attended separate bond hearings, but they both were denied at the time due to the judge not having the authority to rule on homicide charges. A vigil has been held for beautiful little Javeayah Harris as the community gathers together hoping that she will soon be found. Meanwhile, there are alleged text messages circulating around social media of a conversation between Michelle and her brother, where he was asking about the whereabouts of his niece. The text messages read, "I'm big as a cow, Junebug. You ready to give birth now? It look like. Y'all too perfect. Got to get right and get like y'all. Y'all winning, I wish. Well, y'all ate. Look good, Ash. Where my niece? Did y'all not include her? Show Maria. Tell him. Send me his. Dang, Junebug. That looks good. We ate at Canada, wings, and Philly. I had wings and okra. It was good. I feel ready to give birth. LOL. Tired of being this big. I'm ready for you to get your girlfriend too. We can go on double dates, fishing dates, botanical garden dates, zoo, all that. When you do, yes, JS, waiting for the right one for me. They said July 15th, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it that baby to come because somebody else needs to play pirates with Javeayah. I'm tired." Also circulating on social media was a post from a possible family member of Javeayah Harris's father. The post read, "As a member of the family of the father, I can honestly say none of us was raised that way. We reached out plenty of times, but Shay got into his head like he was always against him, like we were always against him, when the whole time we was always with him, and all it took was one call for help, and we all moved together for him and Javeayah. We told him from the beginning to leave Shay alone. We tried to talk to him, he shut us out. And we even tried to reach out to her. She blocked every last one of us on everything, literally everything. They both moved out of the city, changed multiple numbers, deactivated multiple social media pages when anybody from the family reached out. We all thought and still think that Shay has and had a root on him because he always runs back to her and shut us out again. I honestly feel like he only ran back because she maybe threatened him, as such as, you want to play games? Watch what I do to our daughter. They moved multiple cities and never let nobody know any address or whereabouts. Their grandmother has been fighting for custody for Javeayah since before she was born because they was both so young 100. They wouldn't have graduated if it wasn't for grandma. Shay killed that baby by beating her while the dad wasn't at home, as far as we know, for sure, because she admitted to it. Now, that was on social media from an alleged family member. After reading the official arrest warrants, it seems like the family member was telling the truth. Because in the arrest warrant, both Herring and Harris confessed, admitting to the crime that were committed, along with details of where to find her body. So this is sad. We have a beautiful 4-year-old girl that lost her life by the ones who are supposed to protect her the most, her parents. So the details of Javeayah's passing was already released to the family before it was released to the media. Unfortunately, it looks like poor Javeayah could have gotten beaten for going to the bathroom on herself. That's what it sounds like. That's what it seems like. That was reported by a reporter who had posted it on her social media, then deleted it because it wasn't released to the media at that particular time. With looking at what the reports said, what was confessed inside the warrants, what was circulating on social media by the alleged families, everything is alleged. But however, it seems like it does tie into Javeayah being abused by her mom. And unfortunately, the both of them covering up the whole situation. So, you guys let me know inside the comments, what are y'all's thoughts about this? For me, I'm just thinking to myself, how many times are we going to pick up our phones? How many times are we going to turn on the TV? How many times are we going to read in the paper about parents who are taking the lives of their children, whether it be on purpose or by accident? I'm going to tell you, I do know of parents who get so upset with their children to the point of no return. And in this situation, it sounds like a child being abused by her parent for doing something that a child of that age does, and that is make a mistake. 4-year-olds make mistakes. Having an accident on yourself, going to the bathroom on yourself, is something that sometimes you can't control all the time. You know, it's not the end of the world. But unfortunately, if this is what actually happened, this was the end of, unfortunately, her world. So it teaches you to be mindful of putting your hands on your children. I'm not a person who is I'm not for non-discipline. I feel like you should discipline your children, but you don't discipline your children to the point of no return.